All right, we are now joined by members of the DBU Patriots men's basketball team. In the center of our podium, we have the head coach, Blake Flickner. I'll add the Lone Star Conference Coach of the Year. Congratulations on that. To the far side, we have Xavion Brown. Xavion is a redshirt junior guard from Sacramento, California. The near side, we have Ricky Lujan. Ricky is a fifth-year graduate student. He's a guard from Las Cruces, New Mexico. And Coach, you've had a solid year so far, and it certainly showed it tonight. Your team seemed to be hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah, I think the guys are really motivated. We came in with a really good focus. We knew what a challenge this tournament is. There's so many great teams. Last year we saw an example of the 8 beating the 1 in the first day. There's just nothing to take for granted, and I think we got to congratulate Angelo on a heck of a season. They beat us just a couple weeks ago, and so we had a high level of respect for them. But our guys really responded. They came out and were a different team today than in that game. The energy, the toughness, the way that we were on the boards, I thought was really, really good. We got lots of contributions from a lot of guys, and was really pleased with the effort and the way that we started this gauntlet of a weekend.
I know it's easy to look at the 85 points and say the offense was high-powered and all that, but we know that offense is fueled by defense. You out-rebound a very strong rebounding team by 18. You force 19 turnovers. You get 21 points off of that.
Yeah, the way we were on the glass, I thought was phenomenal. Trevor Frank got 9 rebounds. X had 6 rebounds, and I swear they were all difficult, tough rebounds that almost nobody else could get on our team. But we hustled, we pursued, we played with toughness against a team that is very tough. And, I'm just really pleased with the response that we had and the way that we played.
Ricky, you've been through this several years now. You know the importance of getting off on the right foot at the tournament. How'd this game play out in your perspective?
No, yeah, you mentioned it. These games are really, really crucial, and that's something we really emphasize in practice this week. And we had the honor of winning the regular season, but understanding that this was a different beast coming into conference. Like Coach touched on, anybody can beat anybody. The 8 seed, the top 12 teams in our conference can give anybody a run for their money. So this is really big, and the job's not finished yet.
You run the point. You had 8 assists tonight. Your team had 23 assists on 32 field goals. That's a astronomical proportion.
Yeah, we talked about sharing the ball. There's a couple times that it got stagnant, talking about myself quite a bit. But, we talked about sharing the ball and how important that is. And we had guys step up, hit big shots, and that's what it's about.
Xavion, 4 points, but 6 defensive rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 3 block shots. You're getting it done on both ends.
Yeah, just doing what my team needs me to do, honestly. Not everybody wants to do the dirty work or do the small things that, are required to win gritty games like this, and we're in March, so there's no room for error, and there's a very small margin for winning, especially in these types of situations.
And before we go to the audience, Coach, just your perspective. Every year the format of the tournament switches. This year the men have 3 games in 3 days if you make it to the championship game.
Yeah, I think that's a challenge. It's tough, especially the way we play. It requires a lot of energy, and every game's going to be physical and a grind, and so the recovery is really important. We know that it's a tough thing, but conversely, the other team's got to do the same thing, and they've got to come up against our pressure on back-to-back-to-back days too. And so, hopefully we can turn it into a positive. But 3 games in 3 days against the type of competition that this is no easy task. And so we realize what's in front of us, and we're just going to focus on the next one. We say all year long, next play. Good or bad, next play. And that's what we have. Next play, let's focus on the next game.
Coach, congratulations. Our old friend, Coach Bob Boyd from USC, loved the skip pass. You guys really execute that well. Talk about how important that is, especially with all the threes you shot.
Yeah, I thought we had really good ball movement at times. Ricky mentioned that at times it got stagnant, but at times we had beautiful passing and extra passes, interior, one more. I got a good shot. You got a better shot. I could take a shot, but I'm going to shot fake it and move it to the next one. And to me, that's just beautiful basketball, and it was really fun. There's nothing drawing up X's and O's that I do as a coach when that stuff's happening. It's just beautiful players making beautiful plays, and really enjoyed that aspect of it. And yeah, so it's fun to see, and it really showed, shooting nearly 50% from the field against a really elite defensive team.
Coach, speaking of that too, how important is to win a game like that? Very physical to get you ready for the NCAAs, probably.
It is. I mean, playing in this tournament is tough, but it's almost – it could be seven – or the teams here could be seven of the teams in the NCAA tournament next weekend. So you're seeing the level of competition that you're going to see in the NCAA tournament. So it definitely prepares you and gets you ready. Because a large number of these teams will probably be playing next weekend as well. And the teams from the RMAC aren't going to be any slouches either. So it's going to be tough next weekend. And so it's hard to play tough games, but it prepares you for more of them.
Xavion, talk about that dunk you had that seemed to fire up the team and the crowd. Have you had a couple like that this year, or was that a big turning point for the game, you think?
Maybe one or two. But, yeah, no.
He's had 44 on the year. He averages more than one a game, and they're all highlights.
Yeah. Trevor, he saw me. I thought he was honestly going to shoot it, but he has belief in me getting the ball out the air, and I have confidence in him throwing that pass. So he locked eyes with me, and I knew he was throwing the ball, so it's up to me to go get it. Made the play, started yelling, and we got a turnover after that, so felt good.
Speaking of shots, you made some really NBA threes tonight. Talk about, as far as the team's performance and the way that kind of got things stretched the game out for you there.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a confidence deal. The trust that the coaching staff has in me and the guys, and really the trust that we have all in each other. It really just plays a big role. And what we do defensively allows us to really fly offensively. And, when we're sharing the ball and we have those great possessions that everybody gets a touch, we get inside out. It's just in the rhythm of the game, and it's fun, yeah.
Hey guys, so I just got one question for Xavion and Ricky, and then one for Coach. We had that upset against Angelo State a couple of games ago. What was the mindset like? How did the mindset change differently, aggressively, to get that get back and we're going to move on, especially since last year we didn't get to move on to the semifinals?
You want to take that for me?
Number two.
Yeah, I mean, coming into it, like Coach mentioned, the respect that we had for them, and we went back, watched film, and realized that wasn't our best. We didn't give our best. What we do, and that's not what we did the last game, that's showing. So we wanted to come out and really show Angelo, who we have much respect for, what we do. This is how we play, and we want to establish the game at our pace. And so it's really big. But, yeah, we got to gear up and focus on that next one.
I'd say for us that kind of centered us in, 11-game win streak, obviously, before that. And to play a team on the road and us being undefeated on the road at that point as well, you kind of get a sense of comfort and a sense of confidence that, you're a really good team. But you get overconfident at times, and it obviously shows. And I feel like that was the best thing to happen for us, because you rather lose then than now. And for us to be able to have a get-back time, to be able to come back out there and play them again, it's really good and a feel-good moment to blow them out the way we did too, and we're real good at getting back. So that's the motto.
What is going to be your focus as we move on to the semifinals match tomorrow? What are you going to be telling the players once you get back to the hotel and then the next day?
Yeah, we don't know our opponent yet, but what we know is we've got to play our game at the highest level we possibly can. Being unselfish, being relentless, defensively, on a string, all attached and really united, and having good ball movement offensively. We got to play DBU basketball at the highest level we can. And I already mentioned the recovery time. We've got to be ready to come back, and, we'll find out here in a couple hours who our opponent is.
Well, great game tonight. Best of luck tomorrow in the semis.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.